What is good, Legends ZA enthusiasts? Welcome back to UnhingedSociety, where today we will be having a discussion vid about the most disrespected Mon on the face of planet Earth. Central Leaks dropped a leaked stat mega list, and on that list we have the stats for Mega Pyroar. Obviously I didn't get to a speculation video because the stat leak dropped before I could make it, but I can confirm and assure you right now that I would have hope maxed into oblivion for the mega stats for this Mon because of how disrespected it has been over the ages, right? And unfortunately, it looks like they got pretty lazy with the stat distribution, and we will be getting into that momentarily. But like I said in the last video, stat information, leaked information, all of that stuff, Central Leaks will be taking it down in the near future because the Nintendo ninjas will be after him. And there isn't too much else I can say regarding that. We're gonna go ahead and get right into the stat discussion. So if you look at Mega Pyroar stats, right? 68, 72, 109, 66, and 106. This thing has been mid ever since its inception. And the main reason for that is because it has a trash ability in Rivalry, Unnerve, and Moxie, right? It's not like it had Moxie and a 109 attack stat. No, it has Moxie and a 68 attack stat. And if you want to boost its special attack stat, you used to have Workup. Actually, you still do. Sleep is banned in Generation 9, so you can't even yawn. You have Noble Roar to pull some kind of gimmick lowering set. And frankly, this thing is the LeBron of do nothing. Special wise, right, it has Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Hyper Voice, Overheat, Burning Jealousy, Solar Beam, Mud Slap if you want to hit Heatran, and Snarl, right? This thing's move pool is incredibly sparse, and the only niche thing that I ever remember doing with it in Generation 6 was switching in an Aegislash once. Because if you got predicted and got hit with a Sacred Sword, you're done. Cooked, out of there. Imagine being cooked and you're the fire type, right? If you look at his physical move pool, Acrobatics, Body Slam, Crunch, Double Edge, Fire Fang and Flame Charge, Flare Blitz, Psychic Fangs, no fans, Trailblaze, Wild Charge, Temper Flare, Thunder Fang, right? If this thing had a decent attack stat, it could put in some work with access to Trailblaze and Wild Charge. I could see it actually doing something, but no. Off of a 68 attack stat with an Adamant Nature and maxed out, you're sitting at 224 with no IVs, 258 with IVs. This thing is putting in zero work, right? Now let's take a look at the mega stats. They got lazy in the department building. They looked at Mega Pyroar and they said, Pokemon fans hate it, we do too. They just went ahead and slapped 20 in every single stat, from 68 to 88, 72 to 92, 109 to 129, 66 to 86, 106 to 26, right? They even slapped more disrespect by giving it a boost to its attack stat, right? So now, instead of a wonderful 258 attack stat, you get to have 302 attack stat, right? After one Moxie boost, you'll be sitting at an astounding 453, right? Simply amazing, right? It's the craziest thing ever. Ridiculous. But who's to say they don't give it some shice physical moves? We'll have to see. And there's a key point that I do want to get into when I do the final discussion vid. I'm dropping that tomorrow, but it's not looking good already, right? You got 129 special attack and 126 speed. Let's see what that looks like when we max the stats out. A Timid Nature is putting you at 386, so I guess you outspeed stuff like Meowscarada, Roaring Moon, Iron Val. 357 in special attack when you run a speed boosting nature, and if you do Modest, you're sitting at 392. For funsies, we're gonna go ahead and look at what the wonderful defensive stats look like when you max them out. 298 in special defense, and if you go bold, that's 311. Nobody's gonna be running any defensive Pyroars. It's all gonna be all out attacking sets. The HP stat, 376. It's always been 376. But unfortunately, unless they give this thing drought, I am not going to they need to give this thing drought or give it some kind of cracked ability to make up for these mediocre stats, right? Because although the Mega Stone will be its ticket out of ZU, it probably won't go too far. Maybe it'll end up in like RU, BL, or UU. An ability is going to be what's needed to take this thing to UU or OU. The speed stat is tied with Talonflame, if I'm not mistaken, because it has that troll 351 speed to outspeed base 110s. So I guess it has that going for it. But this thing would definitely need nasty plot. But as a fire and normal type that's supposed to represent nobility, I don't think it's getting nasty plot. I don't think it's getting calm mind either. Let's go ahead and take a look at the status moves again. Protect, rest, roar, sleep talk, substitute, taunt, will-o-wisp. Endure, entrainment, helping hand, noble roar. Yeah, this thing is absolutely cooked. So this thing has been cooked ever since Gen 6, and it probably will be cooked in Legend ZA. It's probably going to be cooked in Pokemon Champions. We'll just have to see. But yeah, it's Mega Pyroar, bro. Like, there's not really too much I can say for it. If I was to ever try to make something with this thing work, it would be obviously completely special. Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, Hyper Voice, and it really only has 3 good moves, right? I'd probably have to go with a mixed set, and I'd run Rivalry just for the random attack boost. Like, this mon is so situational that it's crazy. Wild Charge to hit Pelipper on the switch in because it walls you. Kinda, sorta, not really. If you're running Specs, Hyper Voice, you might actually do some solid damage to Pelipper. But outside of that, Pyroar has always been mid, and it probably will continue to be mid. But who knows? Like I said, the ability could change it. So yeah, over at Game Freak, they said you get a 20, you get a 20, everybody gets a 20, and now we have just plus 20 to this entire thing's move pool. Me personally, I would have said you can keep the special attack stat at 68 and chop that into 139 and 136, right? That would have been justice for Mega Pyroar. It would have been sitting at Iron Bundle speed and have a bit higher special attack stat. But hey, it is what it is. It's Troll Freak. So unfortunately, Mega Pyroar will continue to receive disrespect until proven otherwise. So yeah, that's it for the video. Hop in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this Midmon, and thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.